Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natasha if it is your first time here. Today's video is just a pretty basic get ready with me. I have a few new drugstore products and just some other stuff I've kind of thrown in. So if you're interested in this video, just keep watching. So the first thing I want to do is I want to try out this Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Instant Long-Term Lip Plumper. So the lip injections have been around for like ever, and I think they recently just came out with all of the new shades. I got the one in Strawberry Kiss. I've used like lip plumping glosses and like balms before, but I've never used this one. So I thought I would throw it on in the beginning here and we can see if my lips get any bigger. It has like a nice little... Ooh, it smells really good. Ooh, it smells like strawberry soda. Has this like a nice light pink tint to it. Cute, nothing special. I think like it's not really meant to be like a gloss or like a standalone product. I think it's really just to like plump, so we'll see how that goes. It smells so good, like strawberry soda. So the first product that I want to go in with today, I'm actually pretty excited about. This is the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild Jungle Rock eyeshadow palette. So I haven't even taken the sleeve off of it yet. This is what the palette looks like outside of the box. Very Bretman Rock, very like tropical Hawaii, lots of colors. Let's open her up. So here is the inside of the palette. It is definitely a very colorful palette. The names of the palette are so Bretman Rock, like Flamingo, Feline Myself, Anaconda. Like these are very Bretman Rock style names. I feel like this is getting darker on my lips. Anyways. Super cute, super vibrant, very Bretman Rock palette in Wet n Wild. I don't know if I've ever used a Wet n Wild eyeshadow, if I'm going to be completely honest, so I'm pretty excited about this. I think I want to go in with these kind of 4 shades over here. I really like these greens, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a Luxie 239 Precision Shader Brush, and I'm going to go right into this color right here. It's called Venomous. It's a matte, like emerald green. It's very, very pretty. And I'm going to start just packing that all over my lid. My lips are feeling a little tingly. Now I'm going to take this ColourPop E1 blending brush, and okay, I will say that there is quite a bit of fallout with that shade, and it's kind of getting like all over the palette. And I'm going to take that ColourPop brush and go into this shade right here in Anaconda. It's almost like a mint green, bluish teal color. I will say off the bat, this one noticeably has less fallout than that Venomous color. I'm just going to start using that to kind of blend out the edges. Go in with that Luxie brush and just kind of repack on some of the Venomous shade. I'm really liking these colors so far. They're blending into each other really nicely. I like this like kind of exotic green color I got going on. I'm going to go in with a Moda, I don't even know what this is. It's just like a little Moda short shading brush. And I'm going to take some of this green shimmery shade in Big Peacock Energy. And I want to put that more on the inside and kind of fade it out. Actually, I'm going to take that all over the lid. I lied. Let me go in with my finger. Okay, that definitely took the look somewhere else. So that definitely ended up looking a little bit different than how I was envisioning it. At first I started putting it just on the inner corner, and then I didn't really like that, so I took it all over the lid. I think the shadow is beautiful, it's just not really like the look I was going for. So I'm going to go in with this clean Morphe M456 brush and just work on blending out the edges of this shimmery shadow. Okay, so I ended up putting that glittery shade all over the lid and just blending out the edges. I do have quite a bit of fallout all over my cheeks and my nose. The camera like isn't really picking it up very much because it's like a lot of glitter particles. I think so far it's really pretty. Not exactly the look I was going for today. It's a little bit more like in your face, but it's cute. It's cute. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye real quick, and then we will get right onto the face. Okay, so I went ahead and finished up the eyes. I also had to like go in and literally take like a bunch of Bioderma and completely clean like this whole part of my face because there was so much fallout, glitter fallout and green fallout, and I was trying to be really careful. So beware of that when you use this palette. I think it's really nice. The shadows blended out nice. It's really pretty. It's really vibrant, but there was so much fallout with that glitter shade, so just make sure to do your eyes first. Let's move on to the face. I'm going to use this new primer. So I actually am a big fan of the Laura Mercier primers. And I already have the old hydrating primer, but they actually just reformulated the whole thing and came out with a new one. So I went ahead and I grabbed the new one. This is the Pure Canvas Primer in Hydrating. So I'm going to add that to my skin. Should I shake it up first? Not too much. Just want to kind of give myself a nice hydrated base. Update on the lips. They tingled for like 2 minutes and now they don't feel like anything. I feel like if anything it got darker, like the shade got darker, but maybe it's just because my lips were like irritated from the tingly, but it doesn't feel, I don't know. Do you think they look bigger? I don't really think they look any bigger. So for foundation, I'm going to go in with this Bare Minerals foundation stick. This is the Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick, Broad Spectrum SPF 25. I really like this foundation stick. It's kind of like an oldie but a goodie for me. And I really want to use this new brush. This is the new Real Techniques Light Layer Complexion Brush. It has like a cool duo fiber feel to it. I've been really liking the other brushes I got from that line, the bronzer brush and the blush brush. I'll be using those later, but I really want to use this guy, so. I really like this foundation because it's such a buildable coverage. I like using just like a light medium coverage with it. And it's so quick and easy to use because it's a stick, so you just paint it on. And it literally blends out like a dream. It blends so fast. I love taking this foundation with me when I travel because it's just like easy, you know? Brush is working really well too. It's very soft and it's not as firm as I thought it was going to be, and I was a little nervous about that, but I feel like it's working great. The thing I really like about this foundation too is that it's a hydrating stick foundation, and it even like says, you know, it's hydrating foundation. Usually with sticks, I find that because my skin is a little bit more dry, that they look a little like cakey on my skin, and I don't love that. So if you're looking for a stick foundation, that isn't going to be super cakey, I recommend this guy. I will say though, this is pretty soft, so I wouldn't feel comfortable like if I was going somewhere, like leaving this like in my car or something, because like I feel like if it got hot, it would definitely just like completely melt. So be wary of that. So pretty. I just wanted like a nice light coverage today. And then for concealer, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. I think this might be like my new favorite concealer. I actually bought another shade because the two shades I had, one was too dark and one was too light, so I was like mixing them every day. And I finally got one that I think is like my perfect shade. This is Fair 10 Neutral. I'm going to start by just kind of highlighting over my face a little bit, getting that little zit on my nose. And let's go in with this same brush. Okay, so let's go into the under eye. And I'm going to take this ColourPop E13 brush, use that just to kind of get it where I want it. And then I have been loving this new sponge from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. It literally looks like a little pill or something. It's so soft, so squishy, and it's such a weird shape. And you guys know that I really love the Total Face Sponge from e.l.f. So this is the Camo Concealer Sponge. This is the Total Face Sponge. But this one has been so soft and nice to blend out my under eye concealer. I have just been loving this sponge, especially for my under eyes. Let's do the other side. Okay. And then I'm going to set my under eyes with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. I used to really love this powder, and then I haven't been using it in a while because I felt like it was too heavy. But then I just like randomly picked it up and now I just can't put it down. I'm just going to go in with this with that same ColourPop brush I was using to spread out the concealer. And just lightly set my under eyes. This powder just like I swear makes everything look airbrushed. And like it's literally called the airbrush powder, but I mean it was named right because it's so silky and soft, and I swear it just makes like all my pores go away. I'm also going to put a little bit of this powder like in my smile line area. Chin, and a little bit on my forehead. So this foundation actually like dries down to where it's not like sticky to the touch. Sometimes with more like hydrating foundations or luminous foundations, they still will be like a little tacky, and I feel like this one dries down just really nicely. You don't have to worry about that. Moving right on along. I picked up this Physicians Formula Butter Collection featuring Wiley Hong. Wiley, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know the proper pronunciation. I mean, look at her. She is gorgeous. She is a YouTuber, and she collaborated with Physicians Formula and came out with this little palette. So some of the shades are shades that are already in Physicians Formula, and some of them are like her original shades. So you have two bronzers over here. Let me get the plastic off. Oh, it smells so good because it smells like the butter bronzer. So you have two bronzers right here, two blushes, and then two highlighters. I am just a tiny bit worried that the bronzers are going to be a little bit too dark for me, but I'm going to try it anyways. So I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques Light Layer Powder Brush. This is what I've been using for my bronzer for the past few weeks, and oh my god, it makes it just look so seamless and smooth. It goes on so nice. And what do I want to do? I'm going to actually just mix into both of these. So Deep Bronze and Sunset Bronzer. God, it smells so delicious. And let's just start bronzing on it. Might be a little too dark. Yeah, I definitely think it's a little too dark for me. So I'm going to grab my Butter Bronzer in just the shade Bronzer. This one is a lot lighter. Definitely more my shade, and I'm going to use this one instead. And hopefully I don't look crazy with this super dark bronzer on one side of my face. Ugh. I feel like I have to add a little bit of these shades just to even it out because that is so dark. That's definitely not my bronzing shade. And then this is just with the shade. This is just with the one I already had that's in my proper shade. And you could tell that it's like way different. So I'm going to add a little bit of the deep bronzer from the palette just to even it out. But just in general, these two bronzers are too deep for my skin, but I think the blushes and the highlights will be totally fine. Insane right now. This bronzer is way too dark for me. Okay, I have to put the brush down. That is enough bronzer. These shades were way too dark for me, so the camera is subduing it just a little bit, but whew, in person, I look crazy with the bronzer. So let's move on to blush. In this palette, it looks like, I'm going to assume the ones that say limited edition are the ones that she created herself. So the two blushes here, there's the shade Apricot and there is the shade Wildflower. I think I'm going to go in with this top one here in Apricot. It's just like a nice peachy orangey blush. And I'm going to take this Real Techniques Light Layer Blush Brush. I don't think I've ever actually used a Physicians Formula blush before. I believe they're the Marumu blushes. God, they all smell so amazing because it has that like tropical coconutty smell in them. Oh yeah, this is a really pretty blush. You know, probably wasn't wise to add an orangey blush over my kind of orangey bronzer I got going on right now, but it'll balance out the eye look, I think. Just going hard today. Cute. So I also want to add this NYX Sweet Cheeks Matte Blush in the shade Silence is Golden. This is a matte yellow blush and I have been just like obsessed with using this recently, especially when I'm doing more colorful looks, and I like to just put it up here in like the temple area. So I'm just going to go right into that and then add it right up in here like that. I don't know what it does. It gives me like a really editorial, kind of like out there, a little bit different golden look. I really like it. It almost like, and this is probably the worst way to describe it, but it almost like looks like a bruise a little bit, but I just feel like it gives me a really cool, funky editorial look, and yellow blush is something that I've like never really seen before. Cool. Can you tell a difference? I feel like that just like really makes it look almost more like costumey, more exotic, more fun. Like, I've really been liking the yellow blush. And weirdly, I feel like that yellow blush kind of made like this whole darkness I have going on here look more like it's meant to be that way. Okay, so in this Physicians Formula palette, there's two highlights. There's the one on top here, which is Whimsical, which looks like a baby pink with like gold swirl in it. And then this bottom one in Golden Hour, which is like a peachy color. Definitely too dark for me. I'm sure I can use it as like a blush topper. Yeah, let me go in. I'm going to take the same blush brush and just lightly dab, dab. And kind of just so lightly, literally the lightest pressure. Just to add a little bit of glow to the cheeks. Cute. Okay. And let me go in with my highlighting brush, just the Morphe M510. And I'm going to go into that Whimsical shade. Hopefully this isn't too dark for me. Wow, everything feels so soft in this palette and so buttery. Whew, okay. I have never used a Physicians Formula highlight before. I've never even used like the shimmer brick that they used to have that everyone used to talk about. Dang, okay, I was not expecting it to be that poppin'. Do you see my nose right now? Wow. Cheekbones. This highlight is insane. Wow, it is so poppin' and reflective. Like, look at that. And I'm going in with like a really light hand too. It's not even really giving me that pinky base that it has. I'm definitely getting like more gold and then almost like a duochrome with the pink. Wow. So, 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 so pretty. Wow. That highlight is like booming. That was like the most unexpected thing I feel like out of everything. Okay, so now I need to do my lower lash line, but when I'm looking at the palette here, like, I don't really know. I'm really liking the way it looks when I just look at myself and I see like the bare lower lash line. So I think I'm going to keep it to that because I really, really like the way it looks, and I feel like I don't want it to be too heavy, especially since I have this like deep bronzer yellow blush highlight moment going on. I think that if I bring anything under my eyes, it's just gonna pull it down and it's gonna make my face look really heavy and really like there's like a lot going on. And how it is right now, I'm really, really liking it. So let me set my face. I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty What It Do Make It, what is this? The What It Do Makeup Refreshing Mist. This is newer to me, but I have been using it a lot. I think it is really great. The spray is so fine. Like, let me see if it'll even. Do you see that? So fine. Mists out so evenly. I will say that it is pretty strongly scented like rose. So if you like don't like the smell of rose, or if like fragrances like irritate you, this might not be the best, but I really like it. Settle for a moment. Okay, so all I have left to do now is some mascara and my lip. So let's go ahead and do the lip. I don't really feel like this lip injections really made my lips any like bigger, plumper. They kind of feel the same to me. It just like tingled for a few minutes. I feel like my lips look darker though. Like, I pretty much have wiped off all of the product and they still have kind of like a deeper tinge to them, so I don't know if it just like stained them or if it just kind of like made them a little bit darker. So I did get a gloss from the Bretman Rock collection. It's like sold out. Like when I went, all they had was the palette and one gloss. I really wanted the mascara and I really wanted the setting spray, but they be sold out. So I have these two Milani Ludicrous lip crayons that I think I'm going to go in with. I haven't used these yet. They're both just like, you know, a basic lip crayon, and I got it in the shade Can't Even and No Curfew. I think I want to go in with No Curfew because it's a little bit more warmed tone, and I'm not going to line my lips because this is like a crayon product. I'm just going to go in and kind of fill in my lips with this. I have been loving the Milani Ludicrous lip glosses, and so I'm excited about this lip crayon. This looks actually really similar to my lip color. Super creamy. It's going on really easy. Pretty. And then let's go in with the gloss. This is the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild Gloss in Ferocity. This is like a nice gold gloss. Plastic all over it. Oh, cute. So the lid has like the same kind of Birds of Paradise tropical flowers on it. Cute. Oh, I'm happy that it's a doe foot. I prefer a doe foot over a brush wand so much. What does this smell like? It smells kind of like candy. Very pretty. So it's not very sticky. The gold glitter comes off more, I feel like, when I'm applying it, and then when I kind of like sit back and look at myself, I don't really see too much of that. So I'm going to go in with some mascara. I'm actually still working on this little NYX Worth the Hype Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. I'm really liking it, but I want to use all of this sample one before I buy a big one. So let me add some mascara real quick. Okay, mascara is on. The look is finally all pulled together. I feel like mascara really just kind of like adds the nice finishing touch. I'm actually pretty impressed with all of the products I tried out today. I liked pretty much everything new that I was trying out. The only kind of weird thing I felt was this lip product, because I felt that it was really gonna like plump my lips, and I don't feel like it really did anything. I mean, it's a nice gloss, but lip injection extreme, I don't know how I feel about that. Anyways, I will have all of the products I listed in the description bar down below. I even will add these Real Technique brushes and this e.l.f. camo sponge because I've been just like obsessed with them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post here on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!